Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through of our Chapter 1 onward. I don't know how many we'll end up doing, because Chapter 1's usually kind of long for Jump series, of Ichi the Witch. So this is a series in Shonen Jump, and I'm excited to get to it. There's so many other Jump read-throughs that I want to continue, that I read week to week. Since this is a new series, maybe slightly long intro here. I'll try to keep it to a few minutes. Sorry anybody new, but I feel like... for anybody new, there's probably information you need to know. So I covered for a long time a bunch of Jump series that I really need to catch up to and finish, but I want to reread just to refresh myself because it's been so long since I've read them, and finish isn't really the right word to use for some of them. So stuff like Sakamoto Days I covered on the channel for a while, but it's been so long that I want to refresh myself on what I've already read before I continue Sakamoto Days. So there's a bunch that I will be doing whenever I catch back up. There's also a bunch that I want to start. This, Kagurabachi, I had never heard of, there's like Blue Kill, something like that. I had never heard of that one before. That one's also in Jump right now. There are a bunch of Jump series. I've heard of this though. I heard of this and I was interested in it, thinking about maybe doing a read through. Then I learned that it was Jump and I was like, oh, that's even more interesting because I used to cover so many Jump series like years ago. So I'm going to be doing this for 30 to 40 minutes, however many chapters that ends up being. Again, chapter 1 is usually pretty long for new things being introduced in Jump, and I'm not putting this on any sort of schedule. It's just going to be... I've said before that I would love to do a read-through video and a review or something else every single day. So it's just going to be, what do I want to do for my read-through today? Do I feel like Ichi the Witch? Okay, let's do Ichi the Witch. Or something else. So if you want more of this, just to let me know what you want more of. If you want more of this more often, then let me know. If you want me to hurry up and start Kagurabachi, let me know. Or Akane Banashi I want to do. If you want me to start that one soon. There was another one that was kind of recent that I wanted to start. But now that I'm actually here in the moment, I'm kind of forgetting about it. So just, again, let me know what it is. If you want me to start any new manga, or if you want me to hurry up and, reread on my own what I've read of Sakamoto Days so that I can continue Sakamoto Days. Just let me know what you would prefer when it comes to read-throughs. But yeah, if you're clicking on this, I'm assuming you want more of this. Either way though, as I read, I can't show it on screen because it's Shueisha, and that's like not something that's cool with copyright. So just so you have something to look at, you'll have the chapter number up here so you'll know what chapter I'm on as I'm talking, and also I'll just throw the volume cover for whatever volume we're on, or once we get caught up, whatever the most recent volume cover is. So I'll just have this up here so you have something to look at. But either way, I think that's all there is to say, and I managed to keep the intro to only like 3-ish minutes. So let's just start reading. Going into this, I know absolutely nothing, completely nothing. So that makes this very exciting. It's been a while since I've started something new like this read-through wise. So let's check it out. And then we start off with actually some color pages. I'm thankful for the fruits and plants, the animals, the birds, insects, and fungi. I'm thankful for all life in this world. And now, oh boy, I want to hunt. I want to hunt them all. And we have a starting color spread here. The designs and style look very cool. This is pretty neat. It almost sort of reminds me of the one gem-related manga that was on Jump Plus. I forget what the name of it was, like Akagane no Ko or something like that. Almost kind of reminds me of that style a little bit, I think. I don't know, it's been a while since I read that. Okay, I'm just taking all this in for a second. Alright. Druid Mountain, the flower field near its summit, and now we're getting into the usual black and white. And we have the character who I'm thinking, probably main character, coming out with a knife from the flowers toward this moose at the village at the foot of the mountain. Oh, he finally did it, huh? So, that's the Flower Field Guardian. It's huge. We can cross the mountain safely again. All the folks it kicked to death can rest in peace now. True, moose are kind of dangerous when they want to destroy you. We see it hanging up, and it's massive. Thank you so much, Ichi. Sure, no problem. It was totally worth lying in wait for 6 hours. Though I was this close to squawking when I got pooped on that one time. I'm glad I got the kill. And then everybody in the background is horrified, but he's distracted by a rattling noise. Take care. I will. Be sure to write. We will. Hey, hang on a minute, and he starts running behind them. You're leaving today? Ichi, hey, it's Ichi. I didn't know if you'd come down the mountain. Just got here this morning. We're off to take the test. We get to go to the capital. What was that place again? The Manchis Association? No, the name of the school we're testing at is... Oh, well, not like I'll ever go there. Here, a gift for your journey. Rabbit meat and jerky. Take 'em. Tosses. I love these chibi bits already. I love the comedic chibi bits already so much. Then, hey, thanks? Sure, no problem. Ichi? Are you always going to live on the mountain? No, really. Everyone in the village adores you. Save going up the mountain for when you hunt, and live in the village. I'll stay on the mountain. There are still things I want to do there. Oh, well, take care then. You too. That was a waste of breath. Ichi's different from us. The world he lives in, the way he lives, it won't ever be like ours. Time to go home, to the mountain. And we go into a flashback. When I was 6, I was given a knife and a little bit of food. When my food ran out and no one came for me, it hit me that I'd been abandoned on the mountain. So I started walking. Day in and out, I desperately tried to survive. When I was on the brink, I realized something. They hadn't given me the knife to hunt. They'd given it to me so I could slit my own throat. And he prepares to, but sees a wolf. It charges. I surprised myself by how hard I clung to life. And he ends up killing it. And so I learned. I learned gratitude for life. I learned how to catch fish, how to forage for edible plants, and where the edible mushrooms grew. And in time, death for death, I learned to hunt. And we see this little hunter's shack. The villagers at the foot of the mountain are kind. They treat a vagrant like me well. I like them. I'm thankful to them too. But there's still something I want to do. Surviving for so long on the mountain, I've developed a sense for combat. I can't say whether that instinct led me there or not, but just beyond the flower field, near the mountain peak, I found it. There's some sort of massive creature. It slept soundly, a massive tree for its pillow. I could tell. It was a creature completely unknown to me. I'd never seen or touched it before, but I could tell. It was powerful, and it wouldn't hesitate to kill humans. I took one look, and then turned and ran. It hadn't done anything yet, probably. I couldn't say if it had actually killed any humans, or even any other animals, for that matter. Death for death. If they don't face me with the intent to kill, then I shouldn't desire to kill them either. Killing things you don't mean to eat isn't hunting, it's murder. That's one line you must never cross. But if that creature does harm a human, if it does turn its fangs on me, if it does trigger death for death, I want to hunt it. A lot. I want to hunt that creature. Maybe I'll set up some traps, just in case. A pit trap. Maybe a snare or two. If that time does come. If I get my chance. Surely. And it stands. Is it actually not going to be an animal, but some kind of person in like a crazy attire? Okay, so hold on. It stands. And then, yeah, it looks like almost like it's transforming into like a coat collar. Huh, finally here, huh? Little gnats. And we see the caravan. Excuse me. Why'd the carriage stop? I'm hungry. I'm really grateful for this jerky now. Sorry, traffic's been stopped up ahead. What? Why? We'll miss our train. Okay, so this world has trains and stuff? Well, they said it's an emergency magic warning. A magic warning? Oh my gosh, there's a magic. And that seems to be proper noun magic, like a creature. Where? I want to see it. A real live magic? And we see Mantinel Witches Association. And if there's a magic, yeah, then surely there's some of them here too. Witches. And we see the one from the color spread. Love the design. Descaras, the Abyssal Witch. Druid Mountain, near the summit. Found it. Are you certain it's Uroro? Yep, for sure, probably. Which is it? Okay, so if it is a danger, I wonder if main character... I doubt they'll try to protect it, since it seems like it's potentially a danger. So they will maybe... This could go one of two ways, maybe. Either they get to hunt it, and that impresses the witches, and it's like, okay, you're coming with us to Mantinel or whatever, and we keep up with the characters that were leaving the village, and they also get to keep being important. Or it's a case where Ichi tries to kill it, but it gets away or is just too powerful because it's maybe Uroro is just some crazy powerful magic. And if that's the case, maybe he messes it up, and so the witches are like, oh, okay, you're gonna have to come with us or whatever. Well, I'm off. Y'all go focus on guarding the normies, okay? What? Wait a sec. What about reinforcements? Meh, they'd only be underfoot. Wait, Descaras. That girl is such a handful. We have Monagold, the Oriet Witch. So Oriet is like gold, yeah? And they're talking through a mirror. So maybe they have a, I guess, mirror, mirror, no me type ability where they can pull people in and out of the mirror world to help them travel, or they can just use the mirrors to communicate with everyone and keep everyone in communication. Ladies, please evacuate the residence and erect a protective barrier. Quickly now. Yes, ma'am. Any immediately available witches? All already en route to Druid Mountain. Or it could be an issue if all witches are women. It could be an issue that Ichi is a guy getting involved. We must settle things there. It'll be disastrous if we don't. Though I've only seen literally 2. So that is not enough information to go on. No matter what it takes, Descaras must acquire the Uroro magic. Okay, acquire, not destroy or defeat or anything. It cannot be allowed to roam free any longer. In this world, magic is alive. Living magic, called magics, first contacted humanity long ago, out of nowhere. Hi, a blob of talking water appeared. Drink every drop of this water. Do that and you'll acquire me, the water magic. That is my trial. Okay, so they all have trials. Okay, if it's based on all trials, maybe all of the witches so far are women because all of the magics have chosen them, but Ichi is going to be like a guy chosen by Uroro and get the Uroro magic. Should you manage to pass it, and that might be why the witches will need to take him along or whatever. Should you manage to pass it, I'll teach you the chant for controlling water. After that, the bonfire magic said, hold me for 1 hour. The iceberg magic said, sleep beside me for a night. And the breeze magic said, walk with me for 1,000 miles. By passing the magic's trials, heed me, water drops, Tao, they acquired the magic itself. Currently, there are magic hunters who've overcome countless grueling trials and acquired powerful magic. So I wonder if you can only have one, or if you could just collect like 100 of them. People call these hunters witches. And we see more of them coming out of the mirrors, so you can use the mirrors for fast travel. With reverence and respect. I love the designs. Is the populace evacuated? We're 80% complete. The barrier? Go up to 4, even 5. Layer them on. So I guess maybe there's, like, not specific magics, but general ones, like erecting barriers, or maybe more people can acquire the same magic. Like multiple people can hold the bonfire. Don't you even think about approaching that mountain peak. Up there is where monsters battle. And we get this clash. Why am I not surprised it was you who found me, Descaras? Are you that in love with me, you little stalker, you? No, gross. How about you just die already and let me acquire you, you egotistical excuse for a magic? Haha, you're making me blush. I gladly welcome all challengers. But do you think you can win? You face King Uroro, the king magic. In this world, magic is alive, and thus each magic has its own personality. Unfortunately, King Uroro was the worst type of magic. He refused to allow witches to acquire him. He leveled mountains and drank rivers dry. He took countless lives for no reason. He was a magic who hated humanity. Ignore me, and I'll go on another murdering streak. I've lived far too long, you know. If I don't amuse myself with people, I'll expire from sheer boredom. If you want to acquire me, my trial is to stop my heart. Simplicity itself, don't you think? And I love the jet black wings, and then the normal wings, and then pulling open to reveal the heart. Try it if you dare, witch. Pierce through all, Lazud. And we have an explosion on the side of the mountain. What a blast! Please, you have to win. Lady Descaras. It seems like the rapier is stopped right up against some sort of chest plate. Descaras, you must have sensed it by now. The feeling that something's off. Also, there's probably going to be some deep thing where we're going to find out tons of chapters down the line who it was who left Ichi there and gave him the knife and stuff. Have you ever wondered how I've survived over 1,000 years without a single witch ever acquiring me? Let me enlighten you with the devastating truth. No woman can scratch my heart. Okay, so it's a gender thing. I was thinking, is it immune to magic? So anybody using magic can't kill it, and so somebody without magic has to do it. But no, it is just a gender thing. That's just how it's made. You did well to push me this far. That was the most fear I've felt in my life. Not that you ever stood a chance. You damn magic. You may be the most powerful witch alive. Okay, most powerful. Straight off from chapter 1. But you can't, but even you can't defy my rules. As long as you witches are women, you'll never acquire me. It's impossible. So is it that the other okay, we have this really good panel here, this full page of each, like, it's finally my chance. I finally get to hunt it. Is it that the magics all chose women so that nobody could kill their king? Or is it that the culture of this world said men aren't allowed to do this? Because if the magics were like doing it purposefully so that no one would be able to use it against their king, that would make sense. That'd be an interesting way to do things. Wow, this comedic panel is crazy. Who are you? What rock did you crawl out from under? I'm a man. You're interrupting, and then he cuts him off. Huh? I said, I'm a man. And then it tries to attack. And just punches straight into the ground itself. What the heck? A pit trap, plus a snare. Try to pull out of it and it'll only bind you tighter. It's not easy to get out of. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you think you're doing? Hey, let's not be hasty, okay? First, put the knife down. What are you looking at me all sparkly-eyed for? We have hearts in his eyes. Hey now, don't get so close, okay? Personal space. And I said put the knife down. Then he leaps forward, it seems like. You just tried to kill me. Death for death. Ready? And he slams down, cracking the chest piece. Yeah. And he transforms into a witch with a heart motif, sort of based on Uroro. Huh? What the heck is all this fluff? I stick out like a sore thumb. And where did that thing go? Okay, so I guess his life is going to have to change too, because, you know, he might be too noticeable. I mean, I'm assuming he can change out of it. But if Uroro can just pop out whenever, we don't know how this works yet, then he might not be stealthy enough to be a hunter anymore. He might have to go with the witches. But we see immediately the blade is turned toward him. Okay, kid, don't move. And he immediately moves. You stopped it. My barrier. He cracked it. And okay, she's thinking that. Wait, I told you. So again, either everybody has a barrier, or that's just a general magic thing. Oh, wait, I told you not to move. You looked like you wanted to kill me. It's a habit. What are you, an automatic slicing machine? The comedy in this is really fun so far. I like that aspect. I also like the designs. The character designs are really neat. Especially Descaras. I think that she has maybe my favorite design so far. Anyway, right now, you're in the literal worst situation possible, kid. Don't move, don't talk, and don't even think about speaking any chants. Chants? Oh, was it that Lazute thing? And then, and we have light emitting, I think? Or just power itself? And he carves a huge gash into the ground, it seems like. And then, a side note. In this world, only women have an aptitude for magic. Thus, only women can acquire and use magics. That's why they're called witches. It's widely believed that men can't use magic. But let's say, for example, there was a magic with a special power. A magic that provided a trial that only a man could pass. Not only that, let's say a man with a mind and body well trained enough to handle said magic happened to pass the trial. Even in that extremely rare case, that man's chance of acquiring the magic would be a mere 0.001%. Okay, so even... This is crazy. So men can just show up and kill magics or pass the trial or whatever. It's just that even if they do it, they don't get the ability. It's effectively impossible. So this is a rare chance of a man, like, okay, it's rare enough that men do it, but even if men did it, they wouldn't get the magic from it. So this is the rare chance that both a man did it, and even rarer, pretty much unheard of, he got the magic from it. Even if all that lined up, it would still take a miracle. And we end there. Very good first chapter. I loved it. I know I said I was planning to do 30 or 40 minutes, but it's kind of thundering a bit. It's kind of storming, so I might want to end here. You know, this will be good just to get a taste of it, and then I can do more next read through. So this will be a short video. In the future, I'll maybe do like 30 minutes to an hour for these. So in the future, these will probably be kind of longer, but I liked it. I think my favorite thing about it was all the little chibi comedy moments were very good. I love the characters already, though. Ichi kind of won me over pretty quickly, but it's one chapter, you know, you need to see more, but just from chapter 1, I like Ichi already. The world seems very, very neat. It seems like we're going to have a really female-heavy cast because of the way the world works, which is going to be cool to see, like, a bunch of cool female character designs. I love Descaras already. Descaras was said to be the strongest, though, so it's crazy we're seeing strongest from chapter 1, potentially, unless we get some more secretive stuff. I am so interested to see more magics, though, and also... So now does Ichi go around and hunt magics? And if so, does Ichi have the ability to acquire those magics because he now has the king? What's Uroro's power? How did they not know you needed to be a man before now? Okay, all of that, very cool stuff. I guess maybe they couldn't get somebody strong enough to even potentially do the damage to find out that you need a man because nobody's as strong as Descaras. Okay, very good stuff. Yeah, a little worried it's starting to storm a bit, though. And I don't want, like, to lose any progress in the middle of recording. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you for watching. I will do more in the future. Let me know if you want more of this, if you want me to be starting Kagurabachi or some of these other manga, whether Jump or not. It doesn't just have to be Jump. I just... You know, because I spent so long following Jump for years, it kind of is something that draws me in. and it's something that's easy to find, easy to read. But yeah, with that aside, thank you for watching. I'll go to this page. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this first chapter, my thoughts and reaction to it. I'm excited to read more. It's fun to start something new, even though I was planning to record a couple of chapters. But it is fun. Maybe I'll just do single chapters on their own to start all these manga, and then I can start like full real read-throughs. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe for tons more manga. Like I said, I really want to do a read-through every day. It's not always going to be manga though. Some of it's webtoons, manhwa. So if you want to see any of that, if you want to see anime stuff, I do that too. Any of that, subscribe for more. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you want to share the video around or drop a super thanks, those are really appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or a patron, then you get One Piece Bingo. I do One Piece Bingo for the manga every week. You get One Piece Bingo early, and you get your name at the end of videos. So thank you to people who are already members and patrons. If you want to become one, just hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. So yeah. Thank you, chosen regulars Evan Hawley, Amber T. Wooster, Magical Girls, Efranono, J.A. and the D-Band, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ardale, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.